is up, friends? Good morning and greetings and welcome to the Brightside, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality, to your health, to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place as you listen to the Bright Side every day. You are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on the Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is always a healing system. It is always a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we want to hear from you on the Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. If you have questions about the longevity products, comments, success stories that you'd like to share, if you have questions about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine or ingredients or any formulations or any skincare products, we want to hear from you at 855-660-4261. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products, the products I talk about, recommend, the ones I use, you can head over to brightsideben.com and pull down on our shopping cart, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470, and ask them about joining the team, joining the Brightside Ben team, and helping me in my mission to spread the word about the power of a good nutritional supplement program. You get your products at the wholesale price for a one-time $10 fee. Get your products at the wholesale price. You can start a business. You can make some money selling longevity products, and you can enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business. You can write off your mileage, your home office, stamps, samples. Heck, you can write off your products if you give enough away as samples, and you can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470 or clicking on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com. Also want to remind you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. Got a post coming up there, hopefully today, about grains and about the chemicals that are that Subway just, maybe you heard about this, Subway just took out dough softener, among other nasty chemicals in the bread. They took out one of those chemicals, a dough softener, dough conditioner, that's used to help make bread soft and mushy and squishy. If you ever wondered how they do that with the bread, how they make their bread soft and squishy and chewy, you may want to read my blog post, which is up at pharmacistben.com. Okay, we are talking about this very, very important distinction between the surface of the body and connective tissue, or what I call the connective tissue muscle tissue matrix, this meat of the body, the stuff of the body. The body's made up of four parts. We've been talking about these four parts. The matrix, the connective tissue muscle matrix, makes up the vast majority of the body. 90% or so of the body is this meat component. Then this meat component is wired with electricity, electrical wires. We call that nerve tissue. And then the whole thing is candy-coated with a surface tissue that's called epithelia. But the bulk of the body, 90% of the body, is this matrix, the connective tissue muscle tissue matrix, the steak, the meat. That's what steak is. Steak is the connective tissue muscle tissue matrix of a cow. When we eat meat, we're eating the connective tissue muscle tissue matrix of an animal. We don't eat the epithelia. We don't eat the surface. We don't eat the nervous tissue. We eat the bulk of the body, the bulk of an animal's body. And because we're made up mostly of this matrix, it should come as no surprise that this is the area where most disease takes place. If you are dealing with a degenerative disease crisis, if you're dealing with arthritis or autoimmune diseases or prolapses or uterine prolapse or ruptures or hernias, or you're basically wrinkles, accelerated aging, you're falling apart at this meat matrix level. And this is the area where we need to be focusing on. Focusing on the matrix, the connective tissue muscle matrix, should be the number one thing we do to slow down the disease process, to slow down the aging process, to reverse the disease process. And by the way, folks, there's not a single single thing the medical model, i.e. your doctor, can do for you when you're breaking down at the connective tissue, muscle tissue level. I want to say that in capitals with exclamation points, because the medical model will steal from you. It will rip you off. It will lie to you by telling you that you need to go to the doctor if you have an autoimmune disease or you have some kind of connective tissue problem or muscle tissue problem or accelerated aging. It's a lie. It's a rip-off. Doctors, you should be ashamed of yourself if you're telling people that they need to come to you if they're dealing with a connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix. Aside from maybe giving them some nutritional advice or some advice to help them build this tissue, muscle tissue, connective tissue level. There's no surgery that can help you. There's no device that can help you. And there's no drug that can help you. But the good news is, as we've said for years on this program, is we don't need their help. We can do it ourselves. Now, we've been referring to the connective and muscle tissue as one complex, and they are a complex. It's a mesh together. Connective tissue is wrapped around muscle tissue and vice versa. Connective tissue feeds muscle tissue. Muscle tissue grows connective tissue or stimulates the growth of connective tissue. But there are different tissue. Muscle is super cool. We'll be talking about muscle here in a little bit. Muscle works by... Actually, super cool how muscles work, how they contract and relax. Cells have little ratchets, literally little ratchets that kind of pull on each other, and that's how contraction and relaxation happens. It's unbelievably cool. But for now, I want to focus on the connective tissue aspect of the body. Connective tissue and muscle tissue form a matrix. About 90% of the body is this connective tissue, muscle tissue matrix, and it's right around maybe 50-50 or so, maybe a little bit more muscle than connective tissue, maybe 55-45, something along those lines, but roughly about the same amount of connective tissue as muscle tissue. Connective tissue is just the way I look at it anyway, it's the most fascinating aspect of the body. Connective tissue is made up of cells and stuff, like everything else in the body, raisins and bread, cells and stuff. In the connective tissue, there's a lot more stuff than cells. There's a lot more bread than raisins, if you will. Although ultimately the raisins are making the bread, which in turn the bread then turns back and feeds and breathes and detoxifies the raisins. There's a little circle going on. The cells, the raisins, make the connective tissue stuff, and then the stuff feeds back and provides the cells with oxygen and with nutrients, and then detoxifies the cells. So it's got this circle going on. The cells are called fibroblasts. That means they make fiber. Fibro means fiber, obviously. Blast is a cell that makes things. So the cells in the connective tissue are called fibroblasts. They make the bread. The bread in the connective tissue is largely collagen with sugar. Collagen and sugar, not the sweet sugar. Collagen and proteoglycans or polysaccharides, long-chain sugars. This is why the Z radical is so helpful. It's a great source of long-chain sugars that make connective tissue stuff. That's what makes the Z radical such an amazing product for all health issues, all aging issues, all connective tissue issues. So you got the connective tissue stuff, the bread. And by the way, the connective tissue stuff also feeds the muscles, and it also feeds the nervous tissue. And for that matter, it also feeds the surface tissue. So this connective tissue stuff is really, really, really important. In fact, I would venture to say there's not a single disease that we deal with that doesn't have a connective tissue aspect or a connective tissue stuff aspect. The entire body is fed, it's breathed, and it's detoxified via connective tissue. Do you guys get that? That's so important. The entire body, every single cell, from your scalp to your toenails, maybe not your nails, but to your toes, are fed and nourished and detoxified and oxygenated via connective tissue. That means the healthier the connective tissue is, the less likely every single degenerative disease is going to be, and the less likely accelerated aging is going to be. You think that makes connective tissue important? You better believe it does. In fact, I would venture to tell you that connective tissue, building connective tissue, is the single most important strategy you could ever use for anti-aging, for looking better, and for keeping disease at bay. And there's lots of ways to do it. We talked about a few of the ways to build connective tissue yesterday, and we'll continue when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Brightside. Our number is 855-660-4261. Try to get on board early so we get as many calls as possible. We're going to take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, the Dead Doctors Don't Lie guy. There's no reason why you shouldn't live to be at least 100 and have a great time getting there. And I'm going to give you a free copy of my lecture that tells you exactly how to do it. In fact, after you've lived a long and healthy life, there should be only 2 documents in your medical chart, a birth certificate and a death certificate. I'm Dr. Wallach with a warning. If you have a 4-inch medical chart, if you take prescription drugs for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, arthritis, joint pains, and other health issues, the medical profession is failing you. They're using you for an ATM machine. My free lecture is going to reveal what pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know. There's been groundbreaking research and discoveries on how to effectively treat or eliminate over 900 different diseases naturally. It's all in my free lecture called Deadly Recipe. So call toll-free 1-855-79-YOUNG. Again, that's toll-free 1-855-79-YOUNG. 1-855-79-YOUNG.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
It's time to get your green on with the great green sale from Freeze Dry Guy. Now through St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, cases of delicious freeze-dried vegetables, green beans, and green peas are now on sale at veteran-owned freezedryguy.com. You don't need to be Irish to feel like you have pots of gold with a healthy supply of these delicious, nutritious green vegetables. They're perfect for your emergency preparedness needs or outdoor activities from camping to RV travel. Green beans and green peas, easy to prepare, easy to enjoy, and now easier than ever to buy. How about some greenbacks in your wallet or purse just for ordering? Act now, and Freeze Dry Guy will give you $25 in survival bucks for every case you purchase by St. Patty's Day. So get your green on now, veggie lovers. Call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, or log on to freezedryguy.com, freezedryguy.com.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
All right, we're back on the Brightside. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. Our number is 855-660-4261. We'll get your calls here in our next segment. If you want to join the Brightside Ben team, love to have you on the team. 866-735-2470 is the phone number for the Brightside Ben phone team. Tell them you want to start a business selling longevity products. Help me in my mission to educate the planet about the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. And tell them you want to get your products at the wholesale price for a one-time $10 fee. You can sign up. You can also head over to brightsideben.com and click on the Join the Team link. and somebody will get back to you with information. Okay.